The program is essentially a youth leadership training program that happens over a course of a summer. It's a 12-week program where the interns would participate in many different activities. And so we take a look at how that 12-week program is influencing their decision making. We provide them with surveys that cover a range of different questions. We also measure physical aspects of health. So we take their blood pressure, for example, and we also look at height and weight. We also ask them for participating in an A1C home test kit. So then we provide them with our hemoglobin A1C results, which kind of measures the glucose homeostasis. We provide them with a stool sample collection kit so that we can look at the gut microbiome composition using next generation sequencing technologies here in the lab. And that's important because we want to know to what degree that the gut microbiome are being modified by the environmental factors that they're exposed to, as well as the decisions and the nutrition that they might modify as part of the program. And so we expect then some of the changes that the interns will undertake during the course of that 12-week program will lead to improvements in health, and that's what we measure before and after the program. And we also expect that they're not only personally affected by that information, but their social network is influenced by that.
The first intern was my younger brother, Solomon Enos, and I was in college at Manoa, getting my master's in urban and regional planning. Upon graduating, I could move back home and work in my community. So I've been here for 10 years. And over the 10 years, I've seen powerful shifts. We've seen the normalization of young adults from Y&I, especially young men, going to college. We've seen the normalization of them eating healthy, and not because people are telling them to eat healthy, but because they're actually growing the food. And the way the programs are designed, that they have to take managerial roles and run the business, so they have a deep fluency in how it's grown. The growth of our food is financing their own empowerment, and how growing in this way is really aligned to deep ancestral principles.
So 50% of the people who started with prediabetes, it went away after participating 1 year. That's huge. Another thing, which is the stuff that I'm interested the most, is of course the social network aspect. So how someone who is participating in the program is affecting their friends and their family. And then what we saw is that there is also a reduction on the diabetes of those people. Like their family also changed. We have some estimates of that. I think it's about 14-15% for the friends and their family. And then we also have, if you are friends of friends, there is also a reduction of about 5%, 6%. Like if you compose it, over all the years that Mao has been operating, I mean, we're talking about millions that Mao is saving just on diabetes by itself.
I think our ancestors understood and also had practices in place that maintained that holistic ecosystem in a positive, thriving, vibrant society. And we're just trying to get back to that state. And Ma'o is one of many programs in the state that is giving back and has that understanding that by returning to the Aina and returning to these cultural values that we can actually restore that type of society. But also other organizations that are coming together and realizing that that's not only a way forward and a more effective way of addressing health problems, but it's necessary in order to do so because the current situation is unsustainable.